Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Foetron Academy. My name is Harshwats, and in today's video, I will help you in understanding the project structure in Power BI Visual and particularly used to create a custom visual. So, in today's video, we will make and look into all the file available, that is, when we constructed a custom visual, and those files which originated, we will understand that in today's video. Now let's go forward and talk about the point to be discussed in this video. So in this video I will tell you what are the files available in project structure in custom visual which we have created using our node.js which we have covered in my previous video, and after that we will tell you which files are the important to understand and how to make changes in those particular project file. Now to understand each and every aspect we have to go into IDE, that is integrated environment developer. In our case that is Visual Studio, and in my previous video I have told you how to download it and how to understand the basic component of it. Now let's go forward in Visual Studio. Now we are in Visual Studio. Now I will open up the project file which we have used in our custom visual. Go into the file tab, again click on open and go into the folder section. When you go into the folder section, you should go into the user. So see user file, Harshwats. Now circle card which we have entered in our previous video, that how I've done that you can cover that in my previous video. When you click on it, it will open up. So it will take a few seconds to work. So when you click on it, you will see the solution explorer that we have is asset based SRC style. So we will cover it from starting onwards. So first of all, we have an asset. So what is asset? That is icon.png. So it is important to understand the assets because the file we have in here is icon that we can use to make a construction for our custom visual in our Power BI service. So we go into Internet Explorer and we see our custom visual. So in here the icon that is required to construct is actually in the Visual Studio is an asset section. After that, when you click on this, there is nothing much you can do about it. Just leave this as it is. After that, we have a source file. So in a source file, we have a setting and a visual. So I have told you in my previous videos about the visual.ts file and how to read it and how to make changes in the visual.ts file, which is a TypeScript file. So in my previous videos also I have told you that a custom visual is actually made up of three languages. It is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And to embed everything in a JavaScript, we basically use a TypeScript because in JavaScript there are few cons, but a TypeScript makes up for it. So we use a TypeScript. So after that TypeScript, the main thing that is available, and in my visual.ts file also I have told you about, like, so in my visual.ts file, when I just double clicked on it, you will see the code behind it. So in my previous video I have told you about the update count, like in my Power BI service, when you go you will starting update count is that is 0. So even I update it, you will see the update count is 0. That I've covered in my previous video. If you want to make changes in it, and type 0 again, and just go into the file section and just save visual.ts file. So if you have done that and again go into our Power BI visual and again just refresh it, you will see the update count is 0 now. And this is how you will make changes in visual.ts file. And behind this every code I have make sure and discussed in my previous video. After visual.ts file, the important thing to understand is about styles. So style, when you click on it, you will see a one option only, that is visual.less file. So less file is also important to understand, and less file is encoding within actually is about the CSS file. Like for the JavaScript we have a TypeScript, and for the CSS we have .less. And it has also its advantages because this is not hard to write. Like in a background we are using a yellow, So if I go in my Power BI service, you will see the zero is actually written in a yellow. And if I want to make changes in it in spite of yellow, I can just backspace and write red. Just backspace it. And after that, red, and after again close and say visual.less. So if I go in my Power BI service and again just make changes in it and refresh it, and now you will see the update count is actually now in red color. And again if we go in a Visual Studio and again change into yellow, and again go into the file section, again say visual.less, and again go into Power BI service and just refreshed it. Now again you will see the update count 0 is now in yellow color. And this is how the visual.less file is important to you. After that we have a capability .json file. So this is very important to understand because it compiles and uses a category data that what we have in here to understand that if we go in our Power BI service, so the thing that is available to us is category measure data deal through our search, that is general data colors titles, and again analytics format and field section. Everything is covered in this file in a visualization section in a Visual Studio. Sorry, in a Visual Studio we have a capabilities.json file, and in within that everything is coding like category data measure data data colors default colors show all. So if you delete anything from in here, you won't be able to see anything in here, and all this coding is done behind a Visual Studio in here. And this is a JSON file because you can easily get from it because it is actually a nested superstructured. You can see a lot of brackets in here, and if you change or make a change within anything, you will make changes in our Visual Studio in this section. So again we go back in our Visual Studio and cover about package.json. So when I double click on it, you will see it is actually the package. It is name pavage start package that we have done it in our command prompt. If we go into a command prompt, you will see we have just run everything and it is actually working on our server, and that is why the custom visual is available in Power BI service. So this is how you do that. And we go into the package.log.json. So this is a registry. So if you see a visual requires true log file version, so if you want to make changes in it, because this is resolved using a registry and you don't have to make any changes within that, so just leave it in here. After that we have a pavis.json file. So we when you click on it, you will see we have certain, that is visual name is circle card, display name is circle card guild. This is the thing that is available as we have created this. And if you want to make any changes in the author name, email, assets, you have to make changes within in here. And if these changes if you done here will available in our Power BI service in our custom visual. And if you want to make changes of the name of the developer visual and everything, that could be done from the pavis.json file. After that we have a ts configuration. So this is something which you don't have to understand for now because it's not that much easy and not that much required to understand. But just for example, it is a compiler option, we have a target source map and everything in here, which is a file source visual tc. So if you change the file source, you can change anything from in here if required to do that. After that we have a tslink.json file. So this is extended rules directory module and rules which is not required that much and not make any difference that much. After that the last file we have is webpack statistics development.html, which is this thing. So if we create anything in our JSON file, or we can say in a custom visual, so this is a HTML file. And if you make changes in our HTML, and to understand if you know the custom visual, you can make any changes in here, and that changes will be available in our custom visual. So with this point I have covered all the files available in our project file. So with this point, I am going to end this video, and I hope your queries have been clear, and if not, kindly write us in comment section and we will surely get back to you. And if this video helped you in any way, kindly drop us a like and don't forget to subscribe our channel for amazing videos in future. Till then, have an amazing and good day.